Once upon a time, there was a man who worked hard, followed the rules, and did everything he was told would lead to success. He woke up early, he stayed disciplined, he tried to be responsible with money. Yet no matter how much effort he gave, money always seemed to stay just out of reach. Not because he wasn't smart, not because he was lazy, and not because he lacked opportunity, but because of a belief he didn't even know he had. A belief formed quietly years ago. A belief that shaped his choices, limited his confidence, and guided his decisions without his permission. This belief didn't look like fear. It didn't sound negative. It felt like common sense. And without realizing it, that belief kept him poor. This is the story of that belief, and the moment one man finally saw it for what it was. The man's name was Clinton. He was 32 years old and lived in a busy city where everyone seemed to be chasing something. More money, more status, more security. Clinton was not lazy. In fact, he worked harder than most people he knew. Every morning, he woke up before sunrise. He took crowded buses. He stayed late at work. He said yes when others said no. From the outside, he looked responsible, reliable, disciplined. But at night, when he lay in bed staring at the ceiling, one thought always returned. Why does it feel like I'm running, but never moving forward? Money came into his life, but it never stayed. When he earned a little more, his expenses somehow grew. When an opportunity appeared, he hesitated. When things started going well, something inside him pulled him back. Clinton believed life was simply difficult. He believed this was normal. He didn't realize his problem was not money. It was a belief hiding behind his effort. Clinton grew up in a small apartment with his parents and two siblings. His family was loving, but money was always a problem. Bills were discussed in whispers. Arguments started at the end of the month. Stress lived quietly in the walls. As a child, Clinton heard sentences that sounded harmless at the time. Money doesn't grow on trees. We should be grateful for what we have. People like us must work twice as hard. No one said these words to hurt him. They were spoken with care, with worry, with experience. But a child's mind does not analyze words, it absorbs them. Slowly, Clinton learned something without realizing it. He learned where he belonged. Years later, as an adult, those lessons were still there, just hidden. At work, Clinton never spoke up in meetings. When his manager asked for ideas, he had them but kept quiet. When coworkers talked about investments or starting businesses, Clinton smiled politely and said, "That's risky." When success came close, he felt uncomfortable, as if he was wearing clothes that didn't fit. He told himself he was being realistic, careful, humble. But deep down, there was another voice. A voice that said, "Don't go too far. Don't stand out. Don't want too much." That voice had been with him for years. He just never questioned it. One evening, after another long workday, Clinton stopped at a small cafe near his apartment. It was quiet, warm, the kind of place where time slowed down. He ordered a coffee and sat alone, scrolling on his phone, comparing his life to others without meaning to. At the table next to him sat an older woman. She looked calm, unrushed, as if she had nowhere else she needed to be. When Clinton stood up to leave, he accidentally bumped the table. His coffee spilled. "Oh, I'm sorry," he said quickly. "I'm always careless."
The woman looked up and smiled gently. "No worries," she said. Then she paused. "Interesting thing to say," she added. Clinton frowned slightly. "What do you mean?" "You didn't say you made a mistake," she said. "You said you are careless. That's not an action. That's an identity." Clinton laughed nervously. "I guess I never thought about it." She closed her book. "Most people don't." They talked for a few minutes. Her name was Clara. She spoke calmly, but her words felt sharp in a strange way, like they were touching something Clinton had avoided. Before leaving, she said one sentence that stayed with him all night. "Pay attention to the beliefs hidden inside your everyday words. They tell you more about your future than your plans." That night, Clinton couldn't sleep. For the first time, he listened to his thoughts instead of running from them. Over the next few days, Clinton began noticing patterns. When he saw a better job opening, his first thought wasn't excitement. It was, "They won't pick someone like me." When he imagined earning more money, he felt a strange tension in his chest, almost guilt. When he thought about starting something of his own, fear appeared instantly. Not fear of failure, fear of stepping outside what felt familiar. Then it hit him. He wasn't afraid of losing money. He was afraid of becoming someone different. Because becoming someone different meant breaking an old rule. The rule said, "Stay where you belong." A week later, Clinton returned to the cafe. Clara was there again. This time, he didn't hesitate. "I think something is wrong with how I think about money," he said. Clara nodded, as if she expected that. "Most people don't stay poor because they lack ability," she said. "They stay poor because of a belief they confuse with morality." Clinton listened closely. "They believe wanting more makes them selfish," she continued. "They believe money changes people for the worse. They believe staying small makes them good." She looked at him and said quietly, "So they protect their identity by limiting their income." That sentence hit hard. Clara explained something Clinton had never heard before. "Money doesn't create character," she said. "It reveals it. But people blame money instead of their fear." She gave him a simple task. For 1 week, notice how your body reacts when you think about money. Not the thought, the feeling. Clinton agreed. At home, at work, on the bus, he paid attention. Every time money crossed his mind, his shoulders tightened, his breath shortened. Money was not neutral to him. It was emotional. And emotions come from beliefs. As the days passed, Clinton felt something slowly loosen, not because he suddenly became confident, but because he became aware, and awareness weakens beliefs. He began to ask himself new questions. Is this fear mine, or was it taught to me? Who would I be without it? For the first time, Clinton didn't reject opportunity automatically. A month later, Clinton applied for a position he would normally ignore, not because he felt ready, but because he stopped saying no on his behalf. He also started a small side project, not to get rich, but to prove to himself that he was allowed to try. His income didn't change overnight, but his posture did, his voice did, his decisions did, and that changed everything. The most dangerous money belief is not money is evil. It is not money is hard to make. The most dangerous belief is this: more is not for me. Because when you believe that, you stop before life even responds. You don't fail, you don't lose, you simply never begin. And most people live their entire lives without realizing this belief is running the show. If this story feels familiar, pause for a moment. Ask yourself honestly, what did I learn about money before I was old enough to question it? What beliefs am I protecting without realizing it? And who could I become if I gave myself permission to grow? Because the moment you see the belief, it starts to lose its power. If this story made you think, share it with someone who might need it. Give it a like so more people can find it, and tell us in the comments, what money belief are you ready to let go of? Subscribe to the channel for more deep stories about money, mindset, and the hidden thoughts shaping our lives. Thank you for staying with us. Until the next story, stay aware, stay curious, and keep growing.